Hi everyone, my name's Donkey, and today we're back on the RTS project once again. So in today's video we're just going to be wrapping a few little things up because we're kind of done with the building placement for the time being. I think that little aspect has reached the point where I'm happy to say it's complete. There are a few things and we'll go into them in a second, but for the moment I think that's kind of sorted. We will eventually go back to the unit selection. For the moment I'm going to leave it until I've actually coded the main bit, because I don't want to do that and then mess up and then do that again and then mess up. That would be really stupid. So yeah, we're going to put that on pause for a little bit more. What I'm thinking of doing in the next video, give me some feedback if you don't want to see this or you do, either way. But I'm thinking maybe some enemies. So every kind of RTS needs some sort of opponent, right? I'm thinking something really simple that you can like turn-based movement maybe. So I don't know. I'm gonna think about how we're gonna do it. I was thinking maybe like if you move one tile like that or that or that, then the enemy can also move one tile or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm thinking maybe that's a good idea, maybe not. I'll see what I'm thinking in the next video. But yeah, for the time being, we're gonna go a little bit just polishing off our main building placement. So I'm just gonna pick up a bit of wood so I can show you guys the problem. I noticed this earlier actually. I was just like running it to see where we got to in the last video, and I noticed that if you press like once and you place down a house, you can then go and place a house again and it increases the population, but it's on one tile, and it's like, you know, that's not making much sense. It's even worse if you place the stone down, because you don't actually gain anything, you just lose stone. So yeah, that's even worse. So there are a few things we need to do to kind of work around this, and the main thing, I think we're gonna work here probably. Maybe actually no, we'll do it here, because here we check whether we set the tile equal to that. So here we just put a big if statement, and say if this does not equal placed tile. And placed tile is the tile that we are going to place down, right? And we don't need to put an else. So if it's not already the tile we are going to place, then we place it. It's relatively self-explanatory, I think. We'll give it a go and see how that works. So if we just place a house here, place a house again. Okay, so there is maybe a little problem. At least we're not adding an extra house, but you know, there's definitely a problem. I think here we should put an else, and we should take these reset variable things and chuck them in there. The reason we are doing this is because this won't work perfectly, but we can work around it a little bit. Maybe I'll sort it out. So if we're like, this is if we've reached the actual count, so if we've hit the maximum, then here we are checking if it's the tile, and we've been through that. But otherwise, if it's not, then we want to reset the count, and that will stop our bar from going up infinitely. We want to set these back to false, and we want to set the place tile back to false, ready to be reset again. If that makes sense. So yeah, if we were to run this now, it should not work ideally, but still, you see, it'll go up to the top, and then it won't like lose anything. The population won't go up. If we place down, this is something I'm not so sure about, but I think if we place down the other house or the other building, it'll kind of overwrite it. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of what we want to do, right? I think that makes sense. So they're not actually. Yeah, we need to be careful with that as well, because if we put down a house and then we build another one on top and then we build a house, the population keeps going up. So what we really should be doing here, and this is checking if we're building our second house. Realistically, it should be everything but this house. Okay, yeah. Let's put an if statement here. So this should be kind of future-proof. So if not house, and if we can copy this, this just gets our tile that we're currently stood on. So if the tile we're currently stood on equals sprite tile house, then we're going to decrease the population. Okay, I've realized I didn't explain that great, so let me just go through that once more. So if we're not placing down our house, so if we're not doing this, and if the tile that we are currently stood on is a house, so we're kind of overwriting that, we should also probably move that at the bottom, like so. Then we are going to decrease the population because we're overwriting that tile, so that tile is no longer got that effect. Now if we run that, we place down a house, increases the population. Place down another building, it decreases the population. Or if we place another one, okay? If we place another one, nothing happens. Or if we come over here and place another one, nothing happens. But if we go back and place another house, the population increases. Place another house, the population increases. So that's kind of what we want to happen. I can't see anything wrong there. Just check again that if we come over here and place a thing, yep, the population decreases proportionate. So we have 1, 2 houses, so the population is 10 because there's 2 times 5. Even though we've kind of overwrote the houses that were previously here. So that's all I really wanted to do in this video, was just clean that up a little bit and make that a little bit more polished and nice. We've now got a pretty nice system in, set up. We'll do a little bit more unit selection, unit separation even, when I eventually sort that out. Again, in the next video I might just go on and do some enemy sort of thing. I think that'd be pretty cool, some sort of AI stuff. It's not my favourite thing to do, but I think in this RTS scenario where there's a limited amount of movements they can make, I think it would be pretty easy and pretty fun to do. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, or what do you guys want to do, and I'll talk to you in the next one.